It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC North. It's the Lions and the Pack on Monday night.
There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Detroit Lions.
Brandon Gaudin alongside the one and only Charles Davis. And CD, lots of compelling storylines in a game like this. Let's take a look at some of the numbers for these two offenses.
And I'm glad you brought up the numbers, because sometimes it's hard to quantify a team's performance solely by judging the numbers. But I think with these two teams, what you see is a pretty accurate representation of who they are.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports.
Here's Khalif Raymond to return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
There's a toughness about Jared Goff that maybe he doesn't get enough credit for. His freshman year at Cal, team went 1-11. His rookie year with the Rams, he was 0-7 as a starter. Undaunted in either case, and has come back each and every time to flash the ability that made him the #1 overall pick in the draft when he came out of Cal.
The first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. He's got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions.
He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
We get our first look now at Aaron Rodgers in his 17th season now with the Green Bay Packers. And, of course, coming off a great 2020. where he took home the MVP trophy.
I think Aaron Rodgers is one of the poster boys for persistence and belief in self. Because coming out of high school, he had 0 scholarship offers in the D1 level, went to a junior college, went to Cal and just blew up there. And then, of course, as a first-round draft pick, but a lot lower than what he expected in the first round, and then had to sit behind Brett Favre for a few years in Green Bay before getting his shot. Now he's probably one of the better quarterbacks that we've seen come down the pipe.
And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
But Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. St. Brown. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. Here's Jack Fox now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Green Bay's offense, here they come again. And Charles, Aaron Rodgers in 2021 will be going for a 4th MVP after getting his 3rd last season. And he is back again. It seems to be a story that is developing these last couple of years as Aaron Rodgers and how stable he is there in Green Bay. But I know the Packer fans, they're happy to have him back.
They should be thrilled to have him back. And what's interesting about it, Brandon, is it doesn't matter whether it appears stable or unstable. Aaron Rodgers produces. You remember last year there was all that discussion and talk, and he won the MVP. Maybe you want to keep him angry. I don't know, but it works pretty well for Green Bay. The big thing for them is, can they continue to take the ball away and even increase that on the defensive side? They changed coordinators, and I think that their corner, Jair Alexander, is an absolute star in the making.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From midfield, here's Rodgers. A check down here to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it, but couldn't pull it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jones. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
that was 4th and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't 4th and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations 4th and 3, 4th and 4. That's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down. All right, this is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution.
He'll drop this underneath for Jones.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
After the interception, here's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Green Bay's offense ready to go again.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Shifts past him at the 45. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 33. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
And another nice catch there for a first down by Devontae Adams. That's something we're quite familiar with. Last year, the NFL leader in touchdown catches with 18. Tied for 2nd in receptions, 5th in receiving yards. Add it all up, arguably the top receiver in the NFL.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Robert Tonyan, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. Seibert now to kick this thing away. The return man is Hill. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And following the pick 6, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That'll go as a pickup of 8.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
On first down, Jones. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Romeo Okwara in on the tackle.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 30 before being taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
Pass, catch, first down for Tunyon. Undrafted at Indiana State, but he really came on in 2020. 52 catches, and even more importantly, 11 touchdowns.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal, a 41-yard attempt.
And Crosby puts it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
after the made field goal. Now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Khalif Raymond now. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates.
He only has a single solo carry. Numero uno. Second quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only one carry kind of takes me back to college in the classroom. Not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. They begin the drive with Williams. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's gone.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Kingsley Keke
in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
And a look at the next-gen stats reveals that that sack occurred in all of 2.3 seconds. And you think you want to be an NFL quarterback?
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Goff on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. Goff a handoff here to Swift.
Down right around the 25. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. Returning it, Hill. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. And he finally goes out of bounds across the opposite 40.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route.
Jones running on 1st down, but finding it pretty tough going as he'll get forward for only about 3 there before he's taken down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers. The left side completion to Jones.
And the Packers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
Jones.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Dillon.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
This defense is really floating around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers.
It's 4th and goal.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Raymond now on the return. And he returns this to the 22.
Let's go, boys! Bring it! Long, not ahead of you.
Back now comes the Detroit Lions offense. And, Charles, this is a team that a lot of people are curious to see because, obviously, they've had all their struggles, and now you got a new head coach in Dan Campbell. Little underwhelming in the preseason. Jared Goff at quarterback. What do you expect? Can this franchise improve at all in 2021?
Well, you know they're going to fight and scrap and claw based on their head coach Dan Campbell, what he'll ask out of his team and demand from them. But I think it's a tough uphill battle. I mean, the division is not bad at all. Minnesota's going to get better. Chicago, once they figure out
and he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Rashawn Gary in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's a handoff to Swift.
And they're able to bring him down at the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Complete coverage or bring pressure.
This is Swift on the counter.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way. as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Drops it to Jones in the flat, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Push him back. Push him back.
And again, it's Rodgers. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before break here. Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a strong first half from the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff. First, though, a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
Well, the Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
A first down catch for Allen Lazard, who's turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Romeo Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now in his 4th season with the Lions after 2 with the Giants, Romeo Okwara had a big year in 2020. 10 sacks. Remember this, he had 10 combined in his previous 4 seasons.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers is complete to Jones. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
Right now!
The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish, but you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here of the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Goff. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the 3rd quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Rashawn Gary, his second sack of the night.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket. Because you mentioned the feast or famine part, he's played well in between being dumped on his back. But every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yeah, yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. Boy, that went straight out of bounds, and that will set the return team up in the red zone already. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said,
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Oh, CD, there didn't seem to be much resistance there down near the goal line.
Yeah, partner, from what I saw there, not a real good job of matching up defensively because to me, they looked like they were just in their base 3-4 package. You need bigger bodies in there in a goal line type situation. The 3-4 fine between the 20s, but not down here when you're guarding your end zone.
Crosby with the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Now a first down throw. Goff trying to lay one up deep.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Now Goff. Open man, the tight end fails. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th. Hoping a conversion here on 3rd down.
Play fake for Swift. Now Goff. He gets this complete to Cephas.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
Now that's 3rd down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field. He is looking to help his team build their lead after trailing at halftime. They've got to like the spot they're in right now.
They have to love it, but as you and I both know, cliche alert coming here. You're only as good as your last possession. But I think that they like, as you said, the spot they're in and how confidently they're playing at this point.
But again, just a 1-possession lead, looking to expand that now. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25.
And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones, and he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things, and they've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. Rodgers now to throw.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Raymond now on the return.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over.
And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Swift's got the 1st down and then some.
And he takes it all the way up to the 47. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Here's Swift. Zadarius Smith, 2nd-team All-Pro last year, in on the tackle.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now it's 2nd and 9.
Back back to throw. Goff. Incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Throwing on third. Goff.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Eight yards to go on second down. Once again, it's Swift.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the fourth quarter. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on here to punt it away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
On first down, it's Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Throwing again on second down. Goff. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. This one caught. It's the tight end Hockenson. And all the way down to the 39.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. Going for the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all. And now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. To throw is Goff. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. He's trying to get it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And now it's 2nd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss.
And we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
The Lions on third down. Pretty anemic, very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Goff now to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
17.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. For a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Yeah, and this is what we mean when we talk about flipping the field, having your offense look at going a long way to a short way after he makes a play. His ability to do that, evident. Able to make the catch there, keep his momentum going, and just continue downfield.
Now it's Rodgers. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
I got number 18. I got you, 18.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And Crosby puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
the made field goal. Now Crosby will do the kickoff duties.
Raymond now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Let's go.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Goff on first down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
The big play to start it out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Goff. He's going to air one out.
And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd and 10, Goff.
He'll get this off to Swift.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and it blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
The Lions on third down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
The Packers ready to take over offensively. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their own 11. Throwing now is Rodgers. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
51 yards rushing for him now as he's toted it 21 times.
As many games as the two of us do, I would hope that one day we'll be able to solve this riddle. Why is it on a hot day that one team has more trouble with the heat than another, and especially when you can't stop a guy running the ball?
You know it's September in the booth, though, when you and I have both removed our coats, and those were gone in the first quarter.
They were gone in the first quarter, and what we're watching now is a defense mentally giving in and sagging a little bit because they haven't been able to stop it. They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And those numbers, they kind of tell the story of his game so far. Started off not so hot. Now he's really heated up.
And remember, he signed up for duty as the guy who leads the team, right? The field general, the signal caller. So when things go rocky early, he can't just exit out and ask someone else to pick things up. He's got to do it himself, and that's what he's done here in this game.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball. And Khalif Raymond was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Goff. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Intended receiver there was Quintez Cephas. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here comes the Lions punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, and that's complete to Adams. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 7 yards, the pickup there. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Rodgers to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Rodgers to throw once more. He'll find Jones again, complete, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try again with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, his second touchdown of the night. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try, and it's so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Raymond now on the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
So Jared Goff in the offense. Down by 2 touchdowns. A minute 50 to play. Field goals, useless at this point. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order. On first down, it's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Sean Gary in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you put what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time for Goff on 4th.
St. Brown on the catch.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. On the defensive side of the ball, that's the definition of frustrated. You get them to 4th down, and then you allow a chunk play like that in the passing game.
Almost felt as if that play was drawn up in the dirt on the sideline. They pulled that from a game plan that wasn't this game, and they still made it work.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. Packer pressure, and down he goes. It looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long. 3rd and long, it's Goff. He's going to let it fly.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 4th down, Goff. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this one is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Packers are going to win this football game. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.